In the video on association and homogeneity, I sort of glossed over the calculation part because usually you're not doing this by hand. Usually you're given a Minitab output like this. So just as a refresher, this was the example from video number 3, where we asked people about their gender and what they think about their weight. So let's just look at female who think they're underweight. It was 116. In this Minitab output, you can see the 116 here. Let me just show you around some of these pieces so that you know how to use it if you encounter one of these. This number here is the expected count. So there were 116 females who said that they thought they were underweight, but we expect 200.51. That number is coming from 390 times 3021 divided by 5,876, but Minitab does that calculation for you. So those yellow numbers are all the expected counts. The number underneath the expected count is the chi-squared component. So they're getting this number by taking 116 minus 200.51 squared over 200.51. They're doing that for you. So all of the green numbers are the chi-squared components. You can probably guess what this is. Yes, that is chi-squared. That's adding up all the green numbers to get you the chi-squared value. Here they're telling you degree of freedom, which, like we did by hand in the last video, is row minus 1 times column minus 1. So here that's 3 minus 1 times 2 minus 1 is 2. And last but not least, they give you the p-value. So a Minitab output for chi-squared tests is super helpful. It does all of the do step for you. Now, if you were given a Minitab output and you were told do the 4-step process, you would still want to write out one of the components. You would want to write out 116 minus 200.51 squared over 200.51, but then just do ... and write equals 226.579. Don't double check all the calculations, just trust the Minitab output. A common question you'll see on AP exams and also tests for your teacher's class is a Minitab output, but maybe this is missing. So your teacher still wants to see that you know where that number came from, but they'll give you all the rest of the numbers so that you don't have to do everything by hand. I remember my first year teaching, I had students do an entire problem by hand on a test. Every single person had a different answer. Like, there's just too many opportunities for typos, it's too much of a pain to grade, and also if you can do it once, then you can do it 6 times. Like, I don't need to see you do it 6 times. So that's a common question. You'll see one blank that you have to fill in. It might be a good idea to practice. I know you can see what that number is, but maybe go back to scenario number 3 in the notes and just practice finding the expected counts, and then you can use this just to double check and see that you know what you're doing.